Hello, my name is Klaus and welcome back to another Mazda video. This time it will be rocker cover gaskets. Yeah, gaskets, because there is a big one and three smaller ones. Let's go for it. Things you're gonna need are tools and gaskets. Now let's go to the bench and I'll show you what you actually need. This is the gasket. I'll leave the link for this gasket down below. You will need a gasket maker. Any company will do, as long as it's a gasket maker and it's meant for engines. Now the tools we're gonna need are these. And socket set. You can get a full set, but you will need a small socket so you can fit in your hands, an 8mm deep socket, 10mm deep socket. You will need an 8mm spanner for one bolt, 15mm long nose pliers, small ones will actually fit and do right. You will need a torque wrench for those specific settings, because you will need 10.8 Newton meters and 6.7 Newton meters. Some pry tools, a pick, and some blades. Obviously, as the rocker cover is under the bonnet, we need to open the bonnet. If you're on that side, this side, this side. So open up the bonnet or the hood. Now pull from here, 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 and here. If you pull from each side, this all will lift up, see? So this side, this, and this, and you won't break anything. Now, this is the rocker cover itself, this top thing. And you see, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are coils. Now, how you remove the coils is simple. See, this tab, you push it down, then pull towards yourself. You can wiggle a bit too, see, comes loose. This is the same, push down and wiggle. Push down and pull towards yourself. Push down, wiggle a bit, pull towards yourself. See? Now you can see, here's the stud. Here is that holds the cover on. Here's another one, and here's a stud. I think this is a deep 10mm socket, deep one. Let's see. So this, I think it's an 8mm deep socket. And I'm correct. So as you can see, it's 8mm, and these will be 8mm too. Yeah, so everything I think is 8mm. Let's see here at the back, 8mm, 8. Yeah, everything is 8mm. Now these ones, how you can remove them. I've seen people doing with pliers. You know, you put the pliers on, you twist. That's the first, most stupidest idea I ever seen. This is plastic. Plastic isn't strong. You will do bite marks and you will ruin this. Now, this is a 15mm spanner. So use 15mm spanner for these. Do not in any case use pliers or anything else. That's the most stupidest idea ever. You will just ruin this thread, and then to get a new like this, you will pay a whole lot of money you don't want to spend. Now put all these parts here. So as I took it from here, it's sitting right there. Now then, I'm doing all the 8mm, sorry. Now what I recommend for you to do is, once this is fully loose, have this in your hand, twist and pull up. See, it comes off. Put the bolt back in and in a line here on your windshield or anywhere. Put them in the order they came out. So this is 1 from 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. So you know this is first, second, third, and fourth. Don't mix them together. car runs beautifully like this, so put everything back how car wants it. Don't create any more problems than you need to. There might be a chance that you don't create problems, but be rather safe than sorry. Alright then, you can see that all the coils are out and they're sitting right here. Now you need to look what's attached to this cover. This cover, everything that's attached to this cover needs to go. So this line is just, you can wiggle it around, up and down, and pull outwards. And you can just pull it off from here. See, it's clicked in right here. And you can move it on the side. Next thing what we can remove is this. I think this is a sensor or something. Sorry, I don't know. This car's inside out. I haven't taken all of this apart, so we can remove this now. Again, a tab. Push the tab and pull towards yourself. There you go. See, it came loose. Now if you twist it a little bit and pull upwards, just a little bit. Don't overdo it. Because that's a sensor, see? There you go. So let's put this on the side. Actually, I put even the bolt with the sensor. So I know that these two are together. Now let's remove this one. Again, same thing. Pull this up and out. So now we can, if we get this and this off, we can just fold it over, fold the wiring out of the way. This is already ruined, so you can see this is falling apart. And this is an easier way to remove this. You can take pliers and push on each side and it will close and it will just come out. I'll show you. Okay, for these things right here at the front, where is this cable? We want a little more slack, so it's more open. You can take pliers, see, and squeeze the end like here and push. See, it comes out, and the same here. And look how much more wiggle space you have here. Just by removing two extra things, or actually just pushing two extra things out, and you can move this wire freely. Alright, so we got this far. Now let me show you how to remove these. As you know, they are fragile and they break off easily. And the best way to do it is with long nose pliers. I have a small set, so you can just put your plier right here. You want to long nose pliers, put it on each side, because you need to squeeze this and this so they open up and they don't rub against the thread. There's a thread, and that's how they hang on by the threads. See, you squeeze it, so you actually see that it deformed a little bit. You pull it up. You need to see when it squishes together once it expands a little bit. See? That's what it is actually. See? And now I have removed it and I did not break them. I can still put them on. They're sitting there. So always with the long needle nose pliers. So this bracket, we need to move this bracket right here, because you can see it's holding down. And this line that hold the air, I guess. So I think this just twists. Yeah, it just twists. And that's how the hose is hold on. Can I put it there and it won't fall away? I don't trust it. I just put it right here. That's better. Now again the same thing. With the pliers, squeeze both sides and lift it up. There you go. See, it came off. Fold all this on the side. just out of the harm's way. So we're almost there. Almost there. It's only this bracket which is holding things on. So let's remove this bolt and see if we can move the bracket a little away. And that bracket has a 10mm socket. See? 10mm. Yay! Now don't drop anything. If you drop anything in the engine bay, you'll have to lift up the car and everything else, and that will be a pain in the ass you don't wanna. Okay, that's solid there. See? So this bracket I think is going here through here, these wires, and I think that bolt right there. See, the battery is here. The bolt is right there. Oh yeah, by the way, the hose that went here, you can remove it from the right here. It's coming from the airbox, so you can actually just twist it. See, it comes off fully. Now this all should be moving up and away. Yep, there you go, that's it. So we moved that away from the rocker cover. I'm thinking of removing this plug, but at the front here, the rocker cover, and this plug right here. It's hiding one bolt right here, and I kinda want free access to it. So once we drop the rocker cover down again, we have free access. On the bottom of the plug, I see there a way to leverage this black plastic. So the plug just comes off, so we can remove the plug, not the plastic itself, because the plastic can and could break. We don't want that to happen. Yep, there you go. So this took a pick. It's hold on. Here's a tab, and if you pull down right here on the black plastic, if this black plastic right here, that's what's called holding it on. Right now we have full access to everything. I want to kind of move the hoses a bit out, bit farther away, a bit more away from the things we're gonna move. So then, I think we have access to every single bolt. And let's go through over them where they are. We will need to remove the dipstick, but that's at the very end. So, we have a bolt right here, and under this bracket right here. Then 1, 2 in the middle. Then if you follow along, here is one, here is one, here is one. And right here is one. So on the front there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Middle has 1, 2, 3, 4. And at the back, I know it's barely seeable, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now I'm gonna undo all of them. I guess I'll start from the middle and then go like star pattern and doing them. Alright, I am done, I think all of them. And now, before you do anything at all, check if they are fully out like this, and don't drop them. You don't have to take them out fully. So nothing is snagging on once you actually want to try to remove it. I dislike, see, this one is snug. I dislike how loose this was and this one. They were, I didn't get to break them apart. And this is a bastard. It needs a socket, otherwise it will not come out. So let's... And that's what I fucking meant. Because of this fucking thing it got stuck. Okay, never mind. I'll get it later on. Now let's remove the dipstick. And that should be it. Nothing else should be holding this in. If I wiggle... Oh fucking hell. Oh fucking hell, I'm moving all the car. Sorry guys, I have to get from the front. I'll have to move you on the side. I'm moving all the fucking car. Holy fuck. What the...
A few inches later.
Try 4 out of how many I did already. Fuck it. Oh, yep. I got it loose. The seal is loose. So if you grab like here and here and pull this up, see, it started wiggling, started moving. I see people using screwdrivers here. And you have a high chance to ruin the surface, what's there. And I'll show you later on. Don't. A little wiggling. If you don't have patience to wiggle a plastic thing, don't touch a car. Just don't. Just please don't. See, I'm just wiggling it. I'm not... Heyo! Heyo! And now I'll push this up. So what's still holding on? Who doesn't want to let go? Who doesn't want to let go? Hey, let go, Mike, let's go. There we go. This is what we actually came for. That's the rocker cover. And if we turn it around... Okay, fuck. You shouldn't have done that way.
No, that's a lot of damage!
This is the underneath the rocker cover, and right here is where you can see the old sealant. And you usually change the rocker cover because of this seal right here. See, right here, all along. Here it was getting flat. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. I guess it is big time. I didn't want it to do this because if my the rocker cover I ordered is incorrect, I can reuse this. There you go. It came out. See? You can even hear it. Kick, 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 kick. Even if I'm... Come out? Hello? Even if I'm doing it with a pick, see, I'm not ruining it. Now everything is oily. Okay, there you go. So all the gaskets are removed. So now you can see this groove right here. All the gaskets are removed. Here, here, here. And now let's check the new one. If they are the same. And they will match this. Oh, okay, that feels nice. Okay then. Are there any differences? Oh yeah, oh, this is hard already. You can see. This is all, look. This one is, okay. Don't mix things up. See, here's a cutout and here isn't any. This is the old one, there's the cutout. So it needs to go here. This needs to go here. And then this, other way around. See? This cutout here and this cutout here. That's for these. Here and here. I thought this was good because the height was okay. But no, it's hard. It's not that malleable. See? So good that I changed it. Now I'm checking if there is a wrong way and a right way to put it in. Looks like no. Looks kinda the same. But this is more squished down, see? On the thickness, how thick this is and how thick this is. See the difference? This is thinner and this is thicker, so this is just be squished down. So this is the new one, see? Malleable. This one is kinda struggling. Oh. Actually, we will need to turn it other way around, and these can actually move out. I'll put a dab of gasket maker here, here in the corner, here in the corner, and here in the corner. I'll put in the corners a little bit of gasket maker, just inside a little bit, so the gasket holds in. It doesn't want to clip out. So you don't have to do this, but I'm doing it for safety, so I don't have to redo anything. Just a little dab. There you go. Ooh, that's a big dab. If you put too much on, you can always just get it off. Oh, that was just a clump. If you're putting the gasket in, you'll need to watch these notches. See? They should be at each of these points. I just tried to put it other way in, and this didn't align there. So once you put it in, make sure all of these align, and you can actually squeeze it in. If you put other way around, it doesn't align, so it doesn't work. There you go, that's the rocket cover, guys. As you can see, the gap around from the face to the gasket is huge. That's how it should be. You can see right here. It needs all to match and align. If it doesn't match or aligns, and these see, this needs to sit properly. If it doesn't sit properly, then it will be ruined. We prepare this face. We need to go and prepare that face. This all needs to be fully cleaned. All of this surface. All of it needs to be fully cleaned. And some people do it with a blade. Mechanics usually just take the blade and go on the surface. Now don't drop the blade in the engine bay. You drop the blade in the engine bay, you're fucked. You're truly fucked. See what I mean? Now, push always on the outside and don't scratch this face. If you scratch this face, you will get a leak. See, right here's a joint. Right there's a joint. You need to put a dab of gasket sealer, gasket makeup. Not too less, not too much. Because remember, it will squeeze down. That will be enough. That will be enough. So this is where you are. This is fully prepared. This is all fully prepared. That all is fully prepared. It's all clean. You can see it's all clean. It's all nice and done. Now we can put the rocker cover back on. Now let me tell you the reason why I did the rocker cover change. This is the timing chain, and I wanted to check the timing chain. If it's not loose, if it cannot skip teeth. If you can move this chain more than this, you need to think about changing it. It will be pretty simple. We will lift it from the side like this in, and then over this. Actually, I'm thinking of using the cable tying it here, so it's out of the way. Before we put the cover back on, let's just flip it around and see if gasket doesn't fall out. If it falls out, there is no point of for you to put it there. See? If it would fall off, there is no point of you trying to put it back on. So let's go. All checked, nothing is inside, no holes, nothing. If you turn around, no gaskets are falling out. Good. You have only one chance, because you have this goop here, so you should not. There you go. Okay, the rocker cover has landed. Now I checked all around if the head gasket doesn't look crooked down or came out or anything else. It all looks absolutely fine. So now let's put the bolts back in their places where they came from. And I'll grab this bolt which fell down right there. So, putting the bolts back in from the desk. Now I'll do these bolts up by hand, just so they're snug. I'm not tightening them by any chance. I'm just sitting them back in the place where they should be. I'll just use the star cross pattern for now, like this, that, and around. Just like that. Ready, guys? Now then, I got out my torque wrench and I found this bolt right here. It was just there under the belly pan, so I could open up and got it. Now, how much is the bolt to torque down? I have a torque wrench right here that goes from 2 Newton meters to 25 or 24, and as you can see it's set on 10. You need to do it on 8 foot-pounds or 10.85 Newton meters. You need to tighten this down 10.5 Newton meters, so that's what I'm gonna do now. Now let's put this back in, right here. Make sure it sits down, and you could even hear that it's set down. We can put back on the bracket. Sorry, I moved you. Putting on the bracket. Click. That's called good and tight. Now let's put back in the dipstick, because you don't want anything there. Okay, what else we have? So here and here a screw. So attached. This we can slide it back up. We can slide it back in. Once you hear the click, that means yep, you done it right. This first goes in, and then we can thread this doodle back on. Put this hose back in from where it came. And right there. Then that back in there. Good. This, as I moved it, I have to put it back. That's there, connection there, all checked. This is double checked, this is tight. Now the coils. Then put the screw back in there and do it hand tight. But first just do it hand tight, don't overdo it. There's no point of overdoing it right away. There you go. This one is damaged for me. And now we can plug it all in. Once this latch is here, you can pull it out normally, then it's all good. Now let's tighten this down. Firstly, snug. Now we're gonna set this up for the coils. The torque spec is 6 Newton meters. So 6, 6 point something, 6.4. Okay, so confirm, and let's all those. Now we can put back on these. They just thread on. Remember, fourth, and the second one. $15 mil. Perfect. Everything's plugged in. That's plugged in. This is there. That's there. This is tightened down. I don't see any loose screws here. No loose screws here. Nothing is loose. Everything is plugged in. That's there. The only cover is missing. Cover is right there. Now we can actually start the engine and check for leaks. I know many of you would be saying, Klaus, leave the gasket to dry. Don't worry, it is dry. It's been already like an hour or more. Now there you go, ladies and gents. The rocket cover gasket is changed. It's all good, it's all lovely, and I had to change it. That one was getting hard. The old one was getting hard and wasn't that good anymore. I hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.